Boom, baby. What's going on? What is going on, my people? How we doing? How we doing? Everybody all right? Oh, hope you've had a good weekend. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How is the how how's the audio? Is the audio okay? Check 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Man, everybody's pretty faces in the house. I love you guys. Thank you for stopping. Thank you for coming over. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I need to check something on my microphone settings here. Sound check. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. There we go. Hey, hey, hey. Check 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. Check. There we go. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Oh. Moments with you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Can hear everything okay? Sounding like Elvis Race Christensen. I'll have a blue Christmas without you. Miss Mary and Ertwan, what's up? What's up? How are you? Thank you all for coming in. Thanks for if you sent some people. Thank you so much. If anybody came from Miss Mary's class, thank you. I love her and Ertwan. We appreciate it. Don't make me get the guitar out now. Free concert. Free concert. That's right. Man, let's see who's in the house tonight. Kwaku in here. There's those Z River Rats. What's up, man? Yolanda in the house. Trucking with Josh in the house. Yeah, yeah. Good to see you. Good to see you. So there was a few people asked me, I just tagged in the Discord. What's up, Miami in the house? Luis Ibarra. Boom, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. I love it. Yeah, let's when's the Christmas album coming? Let's check the overnight section. Google's over. Yeah, Google's up right now overnight. I did go long. I'm gonna show you why I went long. So for people wondering why or how, because some people asked me in the Discord, I went long on METU for a little swing here. Um, on most newer platforms, newer brokerages, Weeble, Robinhood is really big for it. You can buy shares of a lot of companies in the 24-hour session. So the market's open right now, right? You can't buy options, of course, but you can buy shares of a lot of stuff. I liked the chart. I've been watching it over the weekend a little bit. Wow, 200 people in here. Thank you so much. So I liked the chart for Meta after. Let me get my right. screen going here, y'all. I'm sorry. I liked the chart from Meta a few days ago. Friday night, I looked at it some, and Saturday. And that's one reason. Here's Meta. Okay. So, y'all know, if you know me, I'm really big on oscillators and getting my entries for my swings. I've not said anything about swings for a few weeks, mostly because we've been on a sell-off, been waiting for some opportunity. Sometimes you have to sit back and the market comes in seasons and you have to wait for opportunity. And right now, I liked the look of Meta Friday at close after we started curling around here on the MACD and the RSI. Now, am I saying this is a reversal? No, I'm not saying it's a total reversal, but I think on the daily time frame we are in for a bit of a pop. And what we might do is come back and retest some resistance above us now, okay? Let me get my Weeble charts up here so we can look at the overnight session. Techno Suzavan, QQQ, and Hood. I'll try to get to those yet. So here is here's my Weeble. And where's Meta? Let's get Meta up, guys. There she be. Why is it doing that? Here's the overnight session. There you go. So you can see this 4 hour. Look at that. She's starting to curl up nice here. Okay. So let's get the first point that we need to get over to start moving back up and testing some of these resistance lines above us. This is why I'm long right now. When I saw the daily curling up. It looks like the daily MACD wants to give us a cross up, and we're watching the RSI creep back up towards 30 now. If we recapture 30 and 40, it's the first two moves that I look for on the RSI. So we'll look, Meta kind of led the way down. I've told everybody for weeks, when blue chip stocks are under the 200 EMA, I am dollar cost averaging. Hello, Shelly. What's up? Where's my screen at here? I gotta get my screen. There we go. Everybody with me? So Meta's moving up nice right now. And just like on a 5-minute time frame, I don't know if people pay attention to this, but just like on a chicken parm tonight, Fat Tony said, "Yeah, dog." Yeah, Marquez, I don't disagree with you, but this is for a swing. I don't know. I might hold it a day or two. We'll see. I think overall on a weekly, yeah, I see more down pressure. On a daily, I see a pop. I see us maybe getting a run to retest some things above us. That's what I see. So we'll see what happens in the morning. We'll see what happens over the next day or two. So what do I do on a swing, guys? I have found my swing low. My swing low will pretty much be right under my entry for this. I don't mess around with taking losses. So I don't take a bunch of losses, you know what I mean? Let me see if I can get my entry. we're going to find... See which account I bought this in. It might help. Oh. And to be frank, I did METU, not META. METU is just the 2x leverage. So my entry is around 27.29. I'm willing to let this retest the 26 area. That would be a small loss for me. Or you could use Friday's lows. So on Meta, if you wanted to get into METU, which is the 2x leverage of Meta, I'm basically going to be going off of the lows from Friday. I think this is the bottom for a day or two. If you see, guys, we have tested this now. Let's look. Once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. I like this range right here. I'm not going to give you an identical exact line, but I like this. Look at all these lows right here. 1, 2, 3, 4 days worth right here, guys. We didn't break under this, right? So I got an entry of 27.29 on METU, and I got a sizable chunk. I'm not crazy over leveraged on it, but I got a decent position. Now, if METU was to give back up, let's see here, 26.90. Guys, hang on, my son's calling. Hang on. Hey, bud. Sorry, guys. My boy's with my dad, so I got to make sure that he's okay. Sorry about that. All right, so METU. I'm gonna see if we can retake the 28 area and hold that for new support here. This is coming back into previous day high on Thursday. So if we take Thursday back and reclaim that as our support, I'll hold this for a day or two and try to let it run, see what it's going to do. That's kind of how I'm playing this. This is nothing like I'm not telling you this is the end of Meta's downturn. I'm just telling you that's a little swing play that I just started tonight, okay? So I'll also tell you I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing that I say is for you to buy, sell, or hold. This is what you want to do with your money. I'm telling you what I'm doing with mine, okay? So it charts just the same as Meta, METU, but you're not paying $600 and some a share for METU, right? All right. Any quick questions on that? Thank you, guys. Thank you. Good man. Ronian, did you get it back in? Screen is fuzzy. I think it's okay. What's up? Yeah. All right, let's get... so that's Meta. I think Meta has got a little bit of gas in the tank here. We'll come back here. If Meta can get back above... 615. Right there. 615 and 635 will be two areas that interest me if we can climb back above them, as well the 9 EMA on the daily. If we're trending, then we will retake the 9 EMA. We'll see what happens when market opens tomorrow over the next day or two. So I'm using local lows as my get out. I have very little risk to the downside. Very, very little. I'm not holding this all the way down through there. This is my stop loss, guys. Okay? If it can't hold these local lows, I'm not holding it. I'm just going to go. I'm looking to swing this back up, see what it's going to do with resistance up here. Now, if we got back above 635, this thing's got room back to 660. Most definitely. There's a nice gap here. There's a nice gap right there. Okay? So that is Meta. Let's look at the Qs. Everybody been asking me for the Qs. It's going to chart pretty much the same as the SPY, but we'll do it. Okay. Everybody with me? Everybody hanging? Can I take a look at Hood? Love 10101. I'll look at Lift. I'm actually still in Lift. I think I added to my Leap. Let me look here in just a second, please. Okay, Qs. These dailies are a lot of them are going to chart the same on these, y'all. We are sort of sitting on our bottom support here. It's a little different than the SPY. 585. Let's get our April lows here. Now, y'all see what happened when we gave up 595 here, 595.80, right? This also was resistance. Kick this back down here. It's trying to turn up a little bit. We'll see. Going to have to see in the morning what this is going to do. Right now, it's at 594.25 overnight in the overnight session. Let me see here, guys. 594. Right there. That's where we are in the overnight session right now, that green line. Let's bring that over here. 594.25. Really close to some trouble right here on the Qs. You'll have to get back above. You have to get back above this 602. And 610 basically. 602 and 610 is going to be resistances that we will come into this week if we want to. If these lower levels are going to hold, all right, 584 would be no. That would be no time. Okay, this is not the number you want to lose right now on the Qs, and it is presenting a bit of a sell signal on the daily, but this is not a super steep line going through the MACD right now. I'm sort of looking for it to, you know, let's look back here for a moment. See how these two lines coming down through here are not very steep when they came into the MACD. And you got this kind of a move. It just dipped into it a little bit and then back over the zero line, right? Kind of in the same fashion here. I'm not crazy about the angle of the lines, and we got a negative bar or a positive bar on the histogram too Friday. We'll see. We'll see what it wants to do Friday or Monday, I mean tomorrow. We've also got a short week this week. If this signal line also fires through the zero line, it could put some more pressure coming down. And we don't want to lose 584. That's the big number right there we don't want to lose. And then about 603, 604. Well, 600 is going to be $600 is going to be a psychological level, just like any kind of large, even, big number like that. So you can count on 600. And then 610. All right. Wolf, please. Crowd on my first day. Them turns down guy looked, took the day off. Yeah. Nah, he's in here, Race Christensen. He's in here somewhere. I just ain't giving him no time of day tonight. Let's see here, guys. So 584, 600, and 610 on the Qs. That'd be what I'd look at. If you lose 584, we got a date with 573. That's just how she is. If it wants to lose, if you get a candle to close under this, I think you're going to come to another 10 points down to 575, and then you got this big boy down here at 560. Now, that's definitely doable. That is definitely doable. We dropped this down to a 1 hour, and let me get this past rundown here for you. We drop this to a 1 hour. If we can get back above right where we're at in the overnight session, pretty much 594.50. Look what we had. Look where we had problems and where these candles closed on Friday. Do y'all see this? See these two candles right here, the body close, and then this one wick down off of it? That's where we're at in the overnight session right now. Look at that. See? That's right where we're at. This is a 1 hour chart. And that's what we got to get back over. So 594.40 on the short time frame. And then 600. Those will be your two big levels in front of you on the near term, okay? It's inching back up. This 1 hour is inching back up. We'll see what we get in the morning. If it gets back over this 600 level, I would not be surprised that we get back to 610. And then 613. Okay? Dano 1993. That's the stock RSI down here. If you only have one line, are you on Webull or TradingView, brother? If you're on Webull, you've only got one line. Yep, that's why, Dano. You're on Weeble. It doesn't have. That's why I use TradingView, man. One of the main reasons I use TradingView, one is for volume profile, two is for their RSI, three is because they have all kinds of better equipment. That's why I run RSI, or that's why I run TradingView on another screen by itself. What's up, Big 40? How you doing? So that's accused levels, guys. That's what I got. 600. Alexander 20 EA. How to get multiple charts on Weeble. If you've I do these setups on coaching classes, coaching calls, and small groups. But if you've got it close to mine now, and you have one big chart here, normally what I do is I drop the MACD. Of course, I got to go full screen for it to act right. Okay, I drop the MACD, I drop the RSI, and you come up here to your grid. Okay, hit your grid. You need to sync up time and indicators first before you do anything. When you hit this grid up here, you get all those tools to your right. Okay, time indicators. Next thing you got to do is choose your layout. If you want, you can get one big one and two small ones on the top. There's a few multiples here with the 3-panel, right? And then here's the 4 square. You hit the drop down, and you can go all the way up to 9 charts if you want. Just when you do that, you gotta you gotta have a big enough screen to make this work. If you don't, it'll be all jumbled up. Normally, I'll run 6, sort of like that, like this is what I'll do. And then anytime I choose, like whatever I choose, that's the options that load up, like AMD options, NVIDIA options. So there you go. Okay. Quick rundown for you. Yep, it has to be synced up. As long as you're on this stocks tab here, everything's already synced up. If you're on a custom tab, then you have to go to the group and set each window as the same group. This window, like I got all of them on group 9. Everything has to be on the same group. But if you just build it like I do on the stocks tab, then you can, whatever you pull up is the options that come up, okay? There you go. Hopefully that helps you, okay? All right. So let's go hit lift. Also, if I haven't said it already, thank you for coming in, okay? At Basher Daily, all you got to do is email me. If you want to email me for any of my small group classes or one-on-ones, I will be opening up one-on-ones here in about a week. I got to get some caught up. Most of December's taken, so I don't want to keep moving forward too far out. So here in about a week, I will start booking more one-on-ones. But my email's in the description. You can go ahead, email me. I'll get you stuck on, put down on my waiting list. We'll have a quick chat, quick call, and move forward, okay? Okay. Divinder Singh, my lift is for January 2027. Love 101 movie, thank you. What's up, Maurice, Mr. Grind? What's up? Okay, here's lift. Let's go to the daily. I'm going to pull it up on Webull, see what it's doing overnight. It's up a little bit overnight. Friday highs are at 597. Let's see here. Yeah, 597. I just covered Q's, Maurice. Thank you. All right. Let me look at Lyft. Steve, I'll try to answer it for you. I feel like I've answered it a lot. I'm not sure what I'm not saying, brother. If I'm making a decision, Steve, based on a 5-minute chart, I have to treat it. It's all about context. Time frame is about context. Okay? The whole market can be looking nasty, but I can still make money to the upside on a small time frame. So it's context. But the things that I watch for are reversals in the oscillators and for price action to start respecting those, you know? So I'll try to hit on it here in just a moment. I'm going to come back to here's April lows on Lyft, okay? And I told y'all from the get go, a lot of these are going to chart the same right now because a lot of them are on the bottom of their support, just the same as the Qs and pretty much a lot of stuff I've been looking at. We have a large chunk of volume at the top, right? Look where we're at. This is support until it's broke. And we just wicked right up off of it, right? So I would expect this time, at this point, we're probably going to come back and test the next section up, and we're going to have to come back and retest the 9 EMA and see what we do with it. Now, Lyft is not, no, it doesn't look great, but I'm thinking about 2027, or at least I'm thinking about October of next year. So my call is for 2027 January. Now, I don't mind to hold this down here till around maybe the 1875, 1850 area. I'll have to eyeball it again to see how far I want to come with it. But what I'm doing is very low position size with leaps, but I'm averaging into my shares. This company is cheap enough to buy its shares and still make a good run. I'm still bullish on Lyft that we can get to back up here to around the $32 area. And I'm telling you right now, from 20 to 32, that's a 50% move on shares. I'll take that. I will absolutely take that. So the leaps, I'm willing to buy one or two and see how it can do, okay? But the shares, I'm dollar cost averaging into. The leaps, they got a lot of time on them still. And I'm not going in and buying 20 calls or 30 calls. I'm not doing that. I'm buying 1, 2. I think I have 2 now is all I have. Just giving it a little time, seeing what it's going to do. On the weekly right now, it's starting to turn over a little bit. So we'll see how far this thing turns over. I don't know. I'm bullish on it in the long term. If it can't hold this upper shelf of volume, then I might rethink that and re-enter down here at 17 or 13. I'm not one to hold option calls, even though they're leaps 40 and 50% down. I'm not doing that. Okay. I can eat one little small loss here and re-enter down here for much better. I don't care to do that. You can see it has respected these areas plenty of times before. It is consolidating up here at this point, but it needs to hold the 19, around the 19 area. That's your major line of support here, $19. Okay. I think it's got a $32 price tag on it at some point, but that's down the line. You know, that is down the line. If we want to go back and show you, all of the volume is down here at the bottom. Okay. Let's get that whole top range. See, there's not much up there. I can measure this whole thing. All the volume's down here. All of it's down here. When this thing wants to take off, it's going to take off like a rocket. And your next big volume node is the top of 32 right there. So that's my price tag on it. That's what I think. And it's a long play. It's not going to happen next week. It is not going to happen next week. Outlaw, tell you an old coal mining story. Tell you an old coal mining story, man. That was a wild place to work in, brother. Maurice, I think using a stop loss on anything is very good practice. I generally have an alert set at a level. And if it can't hold my level, I reevaluate my position. Like I told you, I've only got one or two of these leaps. And I need it to hold the upper range. If it don't, I don't know that I want to run this thing all the way to like $13 and then try to get it. So I might cut a small loss up here and re-enter on the lows down here in the next range of 13 to 16. We'll see. We'll see what it wants to do. Right now, it is getting some weakness in the charts a little bit, but this is in bullish hands still. It is above the histogram, still in bullish hands. We're going to see what this RSI wants to do if it flushes down to 50. We'll see. See what's going on in the coming days. Okay. What else we want to look at, guys? Palantir and AMD. Okay. So you don't cut at your percentage. Maurice, no. I'm on leaps, no. I'm more of a level guy, and I'll be honest with you, I'm more of a level guy on my day trading and scalping too. I don't fool with losses. I just don't fool much with losses, man. If I'm scalping something, it's because of a level. It's because it's breaking market structure, and I have a reason to take the trade because it is breaking my market structure. It's breaking my level. And if it can't break it and hold it, then I'm not holding. If it can't hold me, I ain't holding it. That's my saying. All right? If it can't hold me, I'm not holding it. So I'm more of a level guy than a percentage, because what good's a percentage if your level's broke? You're just going to eat the whole 20% up. You know what I mean? It's totally useless to say, well, I'll hang this thing down 25% when there's nothing under you to catch you for 60%. Well, you're going to give your whole 25% up. So I'm more of a level guy, right? Yeah. Good question, Maurice. Good question. I'm when I'm scalping, I don't personally do stops because I am my stop. I've got control over it, but I'm quick enough to do it. If you're not quick enough to do it, definitely you need to use a stop. Palantir is going to do this. Look, it's going to chart the same way, guys. It's sitting on its support here. Look at that bounce. Where'd it bounce? It bounced off all these previous lows back here. I'll do hood here in just a second, JSR. Yep, I've got it wrote down here. All of this volume is at the top, up in here. Somebody's asking me what volume profile I use. There's several different profiles in here. The main one I use bigger time frames on is called fixed range volume profile. That's what this is, and this is what I use a lot. And then in my small group class this past Saturday, we started using session volume profile. There's a lot of different volume profiles, and Josh uses the visible range volume profile right here, and you're going to see it is pretty much a mirrored image, once I get this set, of this picture over here. You see? It's like a mirrored image of it. But the reason I don't particularly like this one is because when I move my chart, it will reset and start measuring other things. See? Whereas this one stays fixated. That's the only difference. And it's just kind of what you get used to using. That's what I like this one. What's the starting salary at a coal mine? I don't think we have coal mines down there in Texas. I made decent money in the coal mines, tout, but I got 2 bum knees and 5 blown discs in my back for it too. That was a long time ago. I mean, I get for where I live at. I think it was decent money, but I live in the poorest county in Virginia, so it's just not it's not worth it. But it's a necessity, and it's a profession that I highly admire and respect. Some of the smartest people I've ever met have been in the coal mining industry. If you can diagram on one side of a mountain to within a foot of where you will come out on the other side of the mountain for miles and miles underground, you pretty much know what's going on. You're pretty smart fella. So there's a lot of smart cookies in the coal mines, and a lot of hard work, man. I miss it in some ways, but I'm really happy to be out of it too. Yeah. Where you set your volume profile. So JSR, good question. What determines your low and high where you set your volume profile? So what I like to do is, let's say, for instance, I'm going to do a replay and rewind this here, okay? So let's say this is where we're at. This is several days ago, and we're at the highs of Palantir, okay? There's nothing above us, but there's a lot of things below us. And at that time, I wanted to know sort of what was the levels under us in case we wanted to start pulling back. If we go for a bar or so here, let's see if it'll play out. Okay, now at this point, I would be going on to a 1 hour. And I would want to know, hey, what is under us? What price action is behind me here and underneath where this price action is? So, like, we had a pullback up here, right? And it pulled back to this area. So, I'm going to go get my fixed range. And I'm going to start from the last candle made. I'm just going to click once. I'm going to go back to like the pivot low because I want to know the structure underneath me if I think, hey, we're coming down more, maybe. And then it also tells me these couple of levels above me. And when I see that, now I can see on the shorter term time frame, 1 hour time frame, I can see that we have a lot of volume here. We have a pretty good chunk of volume here. And I know that if we was to lose, like, let's say this level, we're going to start coming down to the next level pretty easily because this volume starts dissipating pretty quick, right? And if we were to rise above this, then it starts getting easier for us to get back up to our next set. So I'm not looking at up volume, down volume so much as I'm looking at the totality of the volume that is there. It's showing me where market structure is, but more importantly, it's showing me where market structure is not. I want to know where it ain't, where it is and where it ain't. So I know when I find a place where it ain't, then if we start breaking through that level, it flies like a knife through hot butter. You know what I mean? Let's play a couple bars here and see if I can show you. It's a 1 hour time frame. Let's see here. Looky there. Now you see when this candle tried to come up and got in all this junk right here, how it got rejected right there. And you see how hard it fell down, especially when it got under this. This thing came to this little set of structure, and that's just from pre-market, and sliced right through this one all the way down to the top of this little bar of volume right here and bounced. You see that? Hopefully that makes sense to you. I love this tool. It's probably my favorite tool. It's probably my favorite indicator. It just helps you know where a lot of market structure is very easily. Like right here, you can see if I go pull this back now and measure back here, boom, there's all the volume. So it depends on how far you want to measure back. And it's not a right or a wrong, but it goes back to like Steve's question earlier. It's a context thing. It's what do you want to see? It's what do you want Dano, the blue and the yellow is up volume and down volume. And like I say, I'm not nearly as concerned about up volume and down volume as I am the market structure that it's revealing to me. So I know there's a lot of structure just from looking at it. There's a lot of structure here. There's a fair amount of structure back here. You can see, look, you guys are going to start seeing this stuff. Look at this. The more you keep hanging out with me, you're going to start seeing this stuff. Now watch. I'm going to measure this back. Let's go back to here. Now, you see? You see that? It's told you where all the volume is. Now, it's told you there's some trouble down here for you. And most of your trouble's up in here, but this thing has wicked a few times. You gotta dial in your candles. I can see it's wicked off of these levels back here too. Okay, so I start taking these into consideration when it wicks down into them. But when it flies under this level right here, it shoots down fast, shoots down fast, shoots down fast, 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 right? And then when you go to a daily, reset your chart view. It's going to show us, well, if it'll do what it's supposed to do. Really? Oh, I'm going to bar replay still. There we go. So now we're measuring. You can actually pick a point in the past to start from so I can see, well, what happened when I got to this point last time. Or you can start from the first bar or the last bar printed. You know, there's a difference. There's no volume up here yet, but whenever I go catch this up here, see how volume started? It get all this right here in there. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. Any other quick questions on that? Can you go over your settings in the fixed range for us again? Danny, that's right. You kind of you set the fixed range where you want to set it. So once you save it, you know, go here to indicators, type in fixed range. You'll find it under technicals, fixed range volume profile. Star it and save it, and then click the word one time. When you click the word, come over here to an empty area where nothing has happened. Click, then find you a pivot that, or you know, anywhere you want to measure back to. And we'll go back to here, okay? Now I know, you know, there's some space in here. Lot of volume down here. You know, we're talking Palantir here. Let's look at AMD. You know, all these will have different volume profiles. AMD printed a decent amount of volume up here, but there's much more volume in the middle here. So I was, once we lost its biggest node right here, look how we flushed. I would not be surprised to get a 185 AMD. Hopefully that helps. Is the market moving downtrend? What would be a strong score? Okay. If I click the volume profile, here's your settings. You can go ahead and screenshot that. These are my settings. The row size is the definition in the bars. It will make your bars, the width smaller, or the up and down width of them smaller. Some people run that really high. Mark runs it super high. And you get a lot of definition like that. It's just not my view. I don't particularly like that. But to each his own, you know, type of thing. The value area, volume, is just telling me I want to see 100% of what I measure. It starts at 70. Under style, be sure you click in the value area high, low, and POC. And I change the POC to a dashed line. Then you can change the colors how you want. Any of these colors here, when you click on them, the opacity needs to kind of be low or it blocks your candles out. See? If you got it up too high, it'll block your candles. So run it around 20, 25% or so, something like that. Okay, that helped, guys. Width of box is 100. This is like how far the bars come over. I like to have them across my price action. So I like to run them way over. Some people don't, some people do. All right. Everybody got that? Good? Let's move on. Anything else y'all want me? Somebody asked me for hood. Let's go look at hood. Hood was on fire for a long time. Well, what is this? April. Here's your April lows. We could test 93 on hood. It's getting pretty weak down here at the bottom on the daily. The weekly obviously has some more. The weekly's got plenty of room down, I'll say. So in between, your daily could come test 93. That's the bottom of this volume shelf here. You can see I already had it marked 93. It did just touch the 100 mark on the POC. This is the POC from all the way back in April. It's close to some support here, I'll say. You might get 93. This daily has turned down pretty hard on hood. This was a beautiful double top on hood. Look at that. Like a perfect M-shaped double top. It's already broke the neckline. I had it measured right there at 118.90. Looks like once you got a good flush candle under that's when it went. I think you got support at 100 and then 93.20, you could say $93 for a safe number. I would like to pick up hood on the next round. I really would. I missed a lot of this run up. I just so busy with it. There's not a lot. There's not a lot to catch it though under 93. Be sure you respect 93. If you don't respect 93, you got 70. About 72 is on the table, okay? And with the weekly having that much more room to the downside, then it's definitely on the table. 93 is your number. But I will say 100 could hold right now for a bounce back up like towards 120. That's kind of what I would be looking for hood to do. You might get a bounce here to test your next resistance above you, which is 118.90, or you can call it 120. Pretty doggone close, 117, 120 area. Okay. And under 93, it gets ugly. So, see how that goes, okay? Serve or port. Tahara Cheyenne. Are you talking about scalping and day trading? Yep. 100 is a psychological level on Hood, which is right here at the bottom of this volume shelf. But it will also have to get back above 118.90 and close before I would consider it back in a bullish trend. And it can definitely do it. It's got, we've seen it can get some gas in the tank. Hood can move. Shahira. My position size on my big account is going to be, I will say this, position size is for each individual's account. What I trade with and what somebody else trades with are two different things. So earlier in the day, I'm between 10 to 25 contracts. Later in the day, 5 to 10 contracts. What I run on the live streams for people, I will run anywhere from 2 to 4 contracts, because that is what most people need to be at when you're beginning. I run 2 accounts while we're trading. So Core Weave bullish, I can tell you 64 was I've charted it earlier. I warned and warned and warned with Core Weave. This thing got nasty. But it could be starting to bounce right here. Look at this, guys. When it first opened, here, look at my line. Look at my line. Look at that. Y'all see that? You see when it opened and came up and then got rejected at IPO, right? People went hog wild, and it went like from 40 all the way up to 65, and then they sold it off, right? Just like everything does. Then it ran like insanity, right? Look where it came back to. I mean, it tapped it to the dollar and bounced. So this is what you got ahead of you. Honestly, you're going to have 82, then 94, and 95. 82 and 95 above you. And then if 65 don't hold, 30's back on the table. 32's back on the table. It'll have to come down and test some of this down here between 50 and 30. So 65 is your last number down here on Core Weave. I was pretty certain when this lost this level up here at 115 and then the $100 mark, that was it. Right there. 104, I guess. So, unfortunately, I'm not super read up on CoreWeave fundamentals and what all they got going on, but I think they had a little bit of bad news here lately, so we'll see what happens. Um, it needs some buying volume to step in for sure, but there's a lot of people, you know, taking profits. I will note too that we made a lower high that last time. See that? And you got a bit of a channel starting here. Do you see that? So this could be in a nice spot for a bounce, and I want to tell you 82 and 95 will be resistances above you. We'll see if it can get back across the 9 EMA. That if I was going to go long on it, 65 would be my out. Okay? Okay. That's how I see it. I see a channel forming right here. A descending channel. Um, it has gotten oversold now on the daily, so you could see a pop right here, I think. All right. What else you guys got? Um, PayPal and Netflix. I don't like PayPal, man. It ain't done. It ain't done much. Coming back into those lows back here. This could be. It's respected this level before. We'll see. I would need it to recapture 40, add an alert on 40 on your RSI to move back up to this 65 level. I think it's definitely sitting on its support here at 58. I did not like it at all up in here, up in all this consolidation. It wasn't willing to move up and do anything. It could have found a little bit of support here. Ultimately, this thing is back above 70 and then 78 for it to get on any kind of run. It is about at its lows though here, so we'll see. We'll see what it can do. I don't see a whole lot of strength yet. I'd like to see a good weekly candle, weekly volume candle blow up. All right. PayPal, Netflix, somebody said. I got a few more in me, guys, and I got to call it a night. Let's see here. Okay, Netflix. I'm still DCAing into this. Does it have more room down? Yeah, it could. It's under the 200-day moving average. It's a blue chipper to me. I think it's got legs on it in the future. I could see 80 down here. You got a nice level at the 83 mark, 83 mark. One oh three's got a hold, or it's coming on down. Let's look here. $100 psychological level, guys, right there. Okay. And then I like it at 80. I really do. I will buy more down here. I'm thinking of Netflix, guys, like 5 years down the road. I'm not thinking about next month. I'm not thinking about 3 months from now. I'm thinking about 5 years down the road. Okay? This thing will be a beast in the future, and I'm DCA in here. Anytime I dollar cost average under the 200 EMA, I'm golden. So that's how I'm playing Netflix. I'm not playing for a swing. I'm not playing for a scalp for a day or two. I'm just not doing that. I'm playing for long term here. You got support here at the $100 range, all the way down to $83 right here. You got support coming down through here. So we'll see how it behaves in this area. The weekly has got some more room down. You're about to drop 40 on your RSI. You're about to hit the 0 line on the MACD. So if we get to, I'd be surprised if we don't get to 100. Anything under that, we could chop down to 80 very easily. Yep. Oh. SoFi. Wait a second. Did I just put somebody on the screen? Okay. $20. There's your weekly, giving you a cross down on the MACD. Guys, I'll tell you, the time frames are so much clearer on heavy time frames like the weekly. Look at this cross down up here. This was giving you bearish divergence in the RSI. Look at this. See this cross of your signal line, and then you basically back tested it and on down, right? We're in a bearish stance on the weekly right now on SoFi. She's got support around $20 here, 20.50. God, what is my cat doing in there? If they want to give up 20, I'm not sure they will, but if they want to give it up, there's a lot of support down here. I would be a happy buyer between 12 and 17 on SoFi, but I don't know that we get it again. It's possible. It's possible. $20 is definitely on the table. When I get to 20, I will probably start DCAing into this. It's not approached the 200-day moving average yet. That's my red line right here coming on the chart. If you see it coming up right there. Right there. So we've not interacted with it yet on the on SoFi. It tried to give up this upper level of support here around 24.90, something like that. Okay. 24.80. It just did close back over it. So if it loses 24.80, 20, somewhere in that neighborhood, you got some room down here to 20 or the 200-day moving average. Then I would see how it reacted. Okay. Oh, Justin, the 2-tier. Mike, are your one-on-ones or group classes recorded? Will we be able to rewatch them in the future? Jewel Bars, yep. I record all the group classes, and I record any one-on-one that if somebody wants it recorded, I record it. Yep, it's no problem. Somebody's asked for Lucid a few times here. Let me try to look at it. I'm about out of time, my friends. I have enjoyed it. I always do. I want to invite you, if you're not in the Discord, to come join. My link for the Stocks with Josh Discord, if you tap the description, it's the top link. Okay. And if you're struggling and you don't know, you can't find your footing or you don't know which way to go, it's a good idea to be in a community with other people doing the same thing. And I promise you this: if you support me, you can ask anybody else in here. I'll work my tail off for you. I'm sitting here right now tonight on Sunday night with you, because I believe in what we're doing. I really do, or I wouldn't be here if I didn't believe in it. I took a leap of faith last year when I lost my job and decided to go down this journey, and I don't regret it a bit. But I had a lot of years grinding to get to this point. So I've been there. I know how it is. So I love getting to help people. I really do. Hit the description. Think about coming and join us. Okay. Lucid? Oh, Lord. Why am I... I'm not sure why we're... Is there a story with this? I don't see anything that interests me about this. Unless you're trying to a long shot play with some burn money that you just don't want. Because this thing's been bearish a long time, my friends. You see when you drop the 200-day moving average up here in 2022, and you see what Lucid does. They just did a stock split to raise money, I'm sure, or something. What was this? A reverse? Yeah, this was a reverse split, 1 for 10. Just probably to protect themselves. I don't know. There's nothing that I like here. You do get some pops occasionally. Like here's 16 back to 25. Most of the time, I don't. This worth a swing trade? Maybe. I would tell you're at all-time lows, and every time it makes an all-time low, it gets a pop. It makes another all-time low. So I wouldn't be looking for this for an investment yet. I would want it to show me something. Good Lord. Starters, you'd have to be back above 25. You have to get back above the 200-day moving average and start moving away from it. Like that's just plain and simple. But this could be a swing trade, possibly. Best that I could tell you, like 12, possibly back to 16, which ain't a bad move. If you played this, you would just want to play it safe. Wherever you get in, use just under it for your stop loss. That's what I would tell you. I'm not crazy about it, though. Oh, my God. I'm way behind here. I can't keep up, guys. There's no way. Weeble, 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 weeble. Soupy Stock. How are you? How to enroll in one-on-one with you. Soupy Stock, if you will email me, please, the description in the video. Click on the description. My email is down towards the bottom, okay? Thanks, Ice. Yeah, I'm about ready to wrap up, too. I can't stay up too much later. I would love to enroll you or get you in some group classes. My next group class will not be this coming weekend, but the following weekend, if you'd be interested in it. I am going to continue on the day trading and scalping with session volume profile, and I'm going to continue in the fashion that we've been doing the past 3 classes. So if you're interested in it, let me know. I may expound on another topic or two, and then I'll do a better advertisement of it. But the group classes have been fire. Everybody's really loved it, and I always give a prize away too. So I've gave a free computer monitor away every time because I believe in the tools. I believe in the tools, guys. I've already done Core Weave, Dakota. I already did it, man. $65 has to hold. Really, you got to get back above 82, which is probably going to put you back above the 9 EMA on the daily. Like 82, and then 95. And then I had 104, I think. Yeah. But 65 has to hold, man. If 65 don't hold, you can't hold it, okay? There you go, Race Christensen. You never know. Oh, man. CrowdStrike. Somebody said. What's it doing overnight? Nothing. 470 support, man. Maybe 475. 475 support. This daily's getting ugly, brother. I think she's coming on down. Unless some kind of reversal happens here, but I think it's coming on down a little bit. If 475 breaks, 475 is your number to me. Yep. And $5.10 on the upside. That's your range for right now. And if you'll look, that's this same channel from back there. There you go. That's how I see it. MACD's firing down. RSI's firing down through 40. It's not pretty right now. Can I say something about XRP? I don't know much about XRP. I don't play it. I could say that a few months ago on a live stream with all of the with the Core 4, they had me look at XRP, and I think I was right. Highly, it's just too meme driven for me to like. I don't know. I'm not crazy about having bukus tied up in this for years, like all these people back here. Paid off in the end, I guess, but man, it took a long time. It was a long hold. I would say this $1.75 area, that's your main support, and it has held a few times, so that's not bad. Looks like it's wanting to curl up right now. You have to get back above 220. You have to get back above 220, then 250. There went my second thumbs down. Thank you. Oh, Grandma couldn't get the chips to him fast enough. $2.22. Mom, bring me some more Cokes. $1.80, $1.75 is your support. 220 above you is going to be resistance. Oh, I love you guys. I'm just playing, man. It's all good. Mike, I was in the class last Saturday. I can't thank you enough. Great job, man. Thank you, Guyan. I really appreciate you saying that. I love the group classes. I love them. And I have said it a bunch of times. I feel like I got a good community, people that are supporting me. If I have a class and you're struggling so bad that you need it really bad, if it's the class for you, if you can't afford it, I've told everybody I would help them. Okay. There's been very few people ask, and I've helped them. So if I have a class, you need to reach out to me, email me, see what we can work out. Okay. I want everybody to get what you need, and get the training you need and the confidence you need in order to feel confident when you make trades. Okay, that's what I want. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna be took care of because I got awesome family in here. I've been with y'all. I told you since day one, when the first day I come on Josh's Discord with y'all. If you supported me and gave me a chance, you would not be disappointed. And I work my butt off for you. So all you got to do is reach out to me. If I can help you, I'll help you. XRP's got a look to it here. It could get a pop. It could get a pop. Back above 220 could get you back to 250. Then the daily has to deal with the 200-day moving average, and that will tell you yay or nay about going back up to the top. I'm not sure what Bitcoin's doing right now. I've not been playing crypto much lately. I've got too much other going on that I can't focus on it. I think what I didn't like about Bitcoin was this. And I've told you, maybe Steve, if you're still in here. Thank you, Ambrose. Thank you for saying that, my friend. Thank you, Miss Lorraine. If Steve Simius is in here, you can, when you were talking about time frames, when you see the clarity in the MACD on a monthly and the RSI, let's see here. We got this monthly cross down, but it held 60. We now got a monthly cross down that did not hold 60. See that? This is a bad sign on a monthly on Bitcoin. So now the monthly, you can see it normally respects the 9 and the 20, just like on a day trade on our 5-minute charts, right? When it's trending. But when she gets under it, like this last time, there's 2 straight months of down, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months of consolidation before we started moving back up. And I was buying all of this winter, right? That's what I was buying. So when it comes back down again, I will buy the winter. As far as XRP and everything else, I mean, they'll follow Bitcoin, what it does. Could be different this time. I'm not sure it'll pull back as much because of institutional buying, but I'm not the crypto guy. Like, I can chart it, but I'm not well read on it. I don't know all the ins and outs of what's going on heavily around the community. I don't keep up with it like I do everything else. Yeah, DJ Baker, my link for the Discord is Josh's Discord. I am a coach inside of it. I'm a crown trader inside of Josh's Discord. So if you click the description, click that top link and come join the Discord. It supports me. That's my affiliate link for Josh that Josh gives me. And if you subscribe with my link, it supports me. So that helps me more than anything. For all of y'all that already subscribe with my link, thank you. I thank you very much. And you know, when you tag me or email me or send me messages, I get back to you. So that's part of what you get with me is my loyalty and support. Now, Bitcoin has come into an area here that's interesting of consolidation too. So this 80K level is pretty important. And then 74. Okay. Yeah, Big 40, it could be an odd week. It is a short week. Jay Tippy, One-on-ones run about an hour normally. Sometimes people will buy 2 hours, or they'll buy 2 sessions and do back-to-back weeks. But group classes, I do. I've been doing 3 hours, so you get your money's worth, and you get the recording to what we do. So the group session, you get more, and I think the values there in the group sessions, they're both the same price, 130. That's right, Big 40. That's right. Hey guys, I love you. Um, Jewel bars, ETH. I don't care to look at ETH right fast. I just can't get to everything. I know people's asked for more, but I can't. I'll be on here all night charting. It's sitting in the same. Yeah. I mean, ETH's major support is here between 26 down to 2200. And I'm not well read on these things, guys, but I think ETH continue like it's constantly being diluted, right? Unlike Bitcoin. So you can see it never, this entire cycle, Ethereum has not made a higher high from the last cycle. See that? It really struggles here between 4 and 4,800, 4,900. Not to say like I bought all of mine at 1,100. I almost got the bottom on ETH, and I sold mine at like 39, I think, 3,900. Yep, I sold it right here on that first pump, right there, the big first pump, and did pretty well because it topped out there 3 times and almost 4 times. You got a little more on the last pump, but that was it. But it is coming into an area of interest. 2,400. 2,200, and then 1,400. That's how I see it. Okay. All right, my friends. I love you so much. I really appreciate you. What's up, Rajdeep? How are you, my friend? Do you 130 for group one-on-ones? Mr. Berna, it's both are the same. One-on-one is 130, and group sessions are 130. But like I say, the group sessions, I go 3 hours on those things, and we really deep dive. Yep. Thank you, Mr. Clean. All right, my friends. I love you. Can I get a recording of a class that I did not attend? Mario, yeah, depending on what you're looking for, if I've got it, just email me. So, where's my camera, guys? I gotta see you once. Boom, there I am. All right, people. I love you. I appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with me. I would greatly appreciate any of your support. I would highly recommend for you to come join us. If you're just here from YouTube, you're not part of the Discord, I would really recommend that if you want help on your journey. Man, Josh has like a collection of 20 videos over there in the Welcome to the Discord that is priceless. The third and fourth video in there is with me and my trading view setup, and how I run my trading view, and there's just a wealth of knowledge in there. I'm telling you, if you're if you're with yourself debating, thinking, this is something I want to learn, I want to do, then this is a journey. It's not it's not a 2 month in and you're done thing. It is a journey that will take you a while, and I implore you to be with like-minded people on your journey, because if not, you're going to spin your wheels and never get anywhere. You can throw darts all day. Every now and then one hits and you're like, oh, I know what I'm doing. No, you don't. It is consistency. You need consistency. You need technicals, and you need to be in a community. Guys, it's relatively inexpensive if you break it down. I mean, if you take one of my decent day trades a week, it pays for the Discord for the whole month. So it's to get the live day trade with experienced people 5 days a week, man, that's priceless. In my opinion, it is. Yep. And thank you for the super chats. Thanks, Joe's Pools. Thank you. So, yep, if you want to support me, the best way to do it is join the Discord with my link. It's the top link in the description. My email's in the description. I have links for TradingView and Webull in the description. Guys, I teach on everything coming and going. If you want my help, come join Discord. At least email me. I still take people from YouTube into my classes, so that's okay. But you're going to get so much value out of the Discord, I promise you. All right. Make it back in the day, Big 40. That's exactly right. Yep. Appreciate you guys. All right. I'll see you, all my people in the Discord, in the morning. We'll come on early and we'll do some charting for pre-market. Okay? Love you. See you in the morning.